Hello there, ladies and gents. Today we're going to talk about the spooky alt-right pipeline. Have a seat, please. For those who don't know what the so-called pipeline is, here's a quick explanation. The pipeline is the conservative community on YouTube, members of which are Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, Lauren Southern, and etc. Here's the way it works. First, YouTube recommends you a trending "Feminism is Cringe" compilation or a "Ben Shapiro destroys a snowflake with facts and logic" video, and then the algorithm recommends you more and more of those videos. And by watching more of their content, you supposedly spiral down into the alt-right, because with every video you agree more and more with the rhetoric and become radicalized at some point. Here are some example videos calling out the said pipeline by leftist creators. You can find the links to those below. In their videos, those creators suggest that falling into this pipeline results in a right-wing radicalization and also that it causes violence down the road. So I want to ask you two questions. What is a radical and what makes someone a radical? The definition of radical is a person who advocates thorough or complete political or social change, or a member of a political party or section of a party pursuing such aims. Therefore, I don't think radical is the most fitting word here. These videos claim that the pipeline leads to violence. That's why I think the correct word to use here is extremist, which means a person who holds extreme political or religious views, especially one who advocates illegal, violent, or other extreme action. So once we got that out of the way, let's rephrase the second question. What makes someone an extremist? Is it their ideology or their mental state? The videos that I've addressed in the beginning of the video point to mass shootings as example of right-wing violence caused by the pipeline and conclude that they really need to get people out of this hateful pipeline because it is breeding extremists. That's where I think they get it wrong. There are extremists on the left and on the right. The right has white supremacists and the left has tankies and Antifa. There are countless examples of left-wing violence. The bike lock guy, every other Antifa protest. And for the ones still keeping a little bit of doubt in their mind because of biases, yes, there are leftist mass shooters as well. I don't want to bring any attention to specific cases because I don't want to give them any notoriety, but I'm sure you guys are able to fact check me on this one. One can be violent and be on the left wing or the right wing, but that doesn't mean being on the left or right makes you violent. So therefore, I don't think ideology is the culprit here. What I'm suggesting is that this is a mental health issue, not a whose side you're on issue. That's why I think there's another hidden reason behind why we talk only about the alt-right pipeline. I'll say more on that topic at the end of the video, but back to the topic at hand. Extremism is a mental health problem and shouldn't be simplified to he fell down the alt-right pipeline or he was just a crazy SJW. We need to deal with those issues as a society, not just throw cheap shots at the other side of the aisle. Otherwise, the said problem won't ever be fixed, and the opened wound would only deepen. It's no wonder statistics show massive increases in mental health problems and suicides. That's why I want to move the discussion further. Show this video to your friends, parents, debate it on forums, comment below, tell me if I get it wrong. Let's actually try and start fixing the real problem. Truth is, both the right and the left have so-called pipelines. Both sides have creators and those creators make videos together, thus creating a pipeline. To show you what I really mean, I'll just snip out of context one of those videos talking about the alt-right pipeline. While listening to it, imagine he's talking about being radicalized by leftist creators, not the other way around.
They convince you through a pseudo-rationality. And they prey upon your biases, they prey upon your circumstances, they prey upon who you are, they prey upon, look at me, they prey upon your very identity. And they use that against you. And whether they do that intentionally or they do that because they truly believe it, it doesn't matter. It happens either way. And so I don't want it to happen anymore. I don't want it to happen to anyone else. And I have friends that are in this. You know, I would hear my friends start to repeat things like,
"We never had real communism."
And
Smash the patriarchy.
You know, things that you hear
Ocasio-Cortez.
talk about. Someone who's a self-prescribed liberal, or someone like
Jen Cougar.
and it's just I can't put up with it anymore. So I had to speak out and I had to tell my story.
Do you see how this pipeline can be interpreted both ways? Why is then only one side being blamed for it? Because it's just a tool to deplatform someone or shape one's content to only present one propaganda. So many examples of this can be found. Some see they're calling out Joe Rogan about his guests, the Vox guy starting the apocalypse, major right-wing channels are being demonetized, and so on. I think this is a major mistake on the left. Why? Because that type of behavior makes them seem weak, unable to debate different ideas, downright fascist and hypocritical. How can one fight fascism through applying fascism? But back to the actual problem I want to stress on. Extremism is a mental health problem. Please don't simplify complex issues. And you might ask, okay then, how do we solve it? And to be honest, I don't have the answers. That's why we should discuss the actual urgent issues and not only point fingers. Thank you for watching.